you should be embarrassed, yeah. Not saying that we as many fans were, we were so good. No, it's the fact that we are so bad that you all look worse than us. Eh?
Yeah. If you're the joke, then you're the jokers, right?
Yeah, correct. Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Football Kaki. I'm your host Alden and I'm joined by my fellow Kaki bro and Manchester United fan, Paul E. Paul, how you doing, bro?
Not too bad, bro. Yeah, I think everyone's riding on the euphoria that Man U's won the...
Boss, I got a lot to say about that. We say later, right? But the euphoria is the standard euphoria I've been feeling ever since Man United changed every single manager, except for the one that basically just kind of sacked lah. But side note, right? This weekend, right, is another weekend of failed capitalizations. I don't know what it is, right, about this whole situation. We'll get to it later.
Honestly, the biggest winner is Man U. Because everybody else lost and dropped. Maybe only Chelsea and Man U.
Yeah, probably Liverpool.
The rest of them either drew or lost.
Only United benefit, right? But in standard United fashion, right, it's probably going to go downhill from there. But we shall see. Even though I don't know whether I should be happy that our predictions went wrong, or I should be once again, our predictions went wrong, or should I just be like this, like, okay, let's just see how this goes. But side note, right, bro, F1 season's beginning already, right? All the engines are coming out already. But to be honest, right, my favorite news of the entire year is that Ricardo Adami is no longer Lewis Hamilton's race engineer.
And that's the biggest win.
Bro, that is not even the biggest win. That's a win for Ferrari. Yeah,
it's a win. Yeah, and I think last week Red Bull was the first car to reveal their livery, right?
Oh, bro, throwbacks.
The retro look. And honestly, I feel right the glossy look on F1 cars, right, it should be a permanent thing. They shouldn't have gone to matte.
Yep, I agree.
Right, it just makes the car stand out lesser by a bit, you know.
No,
because
but
you know how like F1 cars when they race under the lights, right?
Yeah.
It needs that glossy look.
Yep.
Especially imagine a glossy Ferrari, bro.
No, bro. Schumacher's Ferrari was always glossy. But I think the reason why they didn't do it was because glossy paint adds weight.
Yeah. And apparently the matte finish helps in a way helps to reduce a bit of drag.
Yes, correct.
But I don't know by how much, you know. But yeah, apparently it works.
No, but I think that the reason why is because this year the cars are smaller and they are a bit more close.
Which is lighter lah.
Yeah, which is lighter. So it's closer to the 2008, 2009 type of stock car. Where like there were photos of like I think it was the Audi and the 09 McLaren, like side by side, right? The shape looks similar. So I think what they're doing is maybe because of the weight factor not being as heavy already, right? So I think they're just like, okay lah, maybe let's just go for a throwback lah.
And like, cause the 22 to 25 cars are super huge, right?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, too wide already. Yeah. So this is like maybe a significant reduction in size, maybe. But then it's good. It's always good to see the liveries. But the next thing we will all be interested to see is the engine.
Yeah.
We'll be interested to hear what the engine, how it performs, and whether or not they can match the similar times to, you know, like the 25 season.
Yeah, and there's also been already a ongoing regulation battle between them already. Yeah.
So like, it's just a quick one. Like, it's just apparently everyone's debating on the legality of like each other's engines, right? Basically, F1 is a sport, right, to see who can exploit the rules the most, you know?
Yes.
Right. Interpretation of the rules is another thing, but like, see who really finds the loopholes and then exploit the rules as much as they can.
Basically, F1 is cheat until you don't get caught.
Correct. Yeah. The DAS system was, I think, one of the most renowned like innovations by Mercedes, right, at that time.
Yeah.
And then the 2018 Ferrari cheat until they got caught the next season, right? Remember?
Bro, cheat until, right, like the oil flow, right? Wow. That car was fast.
Yeah, it was quite smart of them to think of such things.
Yeah, but I think there's always politics in like F1, right? This is like, to me, right, F1 is like the biggest political sport like ever.
Yeah, it's like sometimes even money can't buy you, right? It's like it's a sport that, yes, money is important, but money doesn't guarantee you the championships.
Yep, that is true. But I have my Man United jerseys behind me. I have a Quest protein cookie at my side. Wait, hey bro, if you ever try, right, not bad. Legit,
so
not
you
bad.
Name dropping your favorite thing now at the moment.
Yes, I am name dropping my favorite things at the moment. Quest has always been one of my favorite bands for a very long time. We are a football podcast, enough about F1. I don't know, dude. Like, I just feel this was a weekend of missed opportunity, but I also don't know whether is it a weekend of redemption because there's a lot of question marks over a certain club on the red side of Manchester, right? Who absolutely, in my opinion, annihilated the blue side. The 2-0 scoreline does not reflect what actually happened. That is my opinion. But that doesn't mean that I am having a lot of high hopes, right? Because I've seen this many times before. With that, we're going to talk about a few things, which is United versus City, how nobody capitalized on the fact that City lost in terms of the title race. So Arsenal and basically Aston Villa both drop points. So there is literally no difference in the title hunt, except a 1 point gap, which Arsenal basically gain an advantage. And then we've got our match of the week, which is Arsenal versus Manchester United. And then we have our what's going on. So, bro, what is this week's what's going on in the world of football?
Now, before we get into today's episode, a special word from our sponsor.
And we're going to take a quick break in the podcast to thank our friends at CityMusic, one of Singapore's true pioneer in the music space. CityMusic has long been known as a go-to destination for musical instruments, but they've also been making big headway in audio and video equipment, especially for creators and podcasters. From guitars and pianos to audio interfaces, microphones, and even video recording equipment, CityMusic is true one-stop shop for everything music and content creation related, with options for every budget.
In fact, the audio you're hearing right now is recorded using the Zoom ZD-M1 mic, an amazing broadcast-style microphone that delivers professional quality sound on par with other big-name podcast mics, but at nearly half the price. It's proof that you don't have to overspend to sound great. A huge thank you to our friends at CityMusic for being a pioneer in the music space and for making sure creators, musicians, and podcasters always have the right equipment for whatever budget and setup they want.
CityMusic,
Powering your sound, your music, and your content.
And now, back to the episode.
Just give me a moment, sir. I think that what's going on, right, is like there's if you all know, right, we also got caught up by the Man United saga and everything.
Yep.
We forgot that it was the AFCON final.
Yes.
Okay, and it was the AFCON final between Senegal and Morocco. Okay, and then going into this game, I think everyone put their money. I think even going into the tournament, right, everyone expected Morocco to win. So they did go to the final, but apparently they did lose in a very controversial manner. Not in the sense that the way the goal they considered was controversial, but by how events in the match turned out to be controversial.
Yep.
Senegal scored first, and then apparently the goal was disallowed. Subsequently, later, Morocco got a penalty by a very, very soft challenge, which anytime if we were watching it on TV, bro, no way it will be
a penalty, right?
As a penalty, yeah. So the moment the VAR called the penalty, right, that's where the controversy started. So the thing, apparently Senegal players were not happy. The manager and the coach decided to walk off for quite a while, actually, to be honest. Only after a while when I think Mane decided to, like, okay, let's play the football as men, as what he said, and then they decided to come out again. And then subsequently, Morocco missed the penalty by Brahim Diaz, right?
Yeah, why on earth would you want to Panenka in that moment?
Bro, you're not Zinedine Zidane in the you're not Zinedine Zidane in the 2006 World Cup final, Panenka a penalty, and which he almost missed.
Yep.
And then you Panenka a penalty in that manner, and then eventually in the it was in 93rd minute, right?
Yep.
Yeah, in injury time or in normal time, and then
basically he had a chance to win the whole.
Chance to win the AFCON. Should you had taken the penalty properly?
Yep.
And then which they led to overtime, and then Senegal scored early in extra time.
Yep.
And then they eventually were crowned AFCON champions.
It's basically like Morocco was the team that everybody expected to win.
Yeah, they're basically like the Argentina of the African nations.
Our nations, right?
Yeah.
So the question that I have, and I think the biggest thing is like, put the penalty aside, right? Is walking out of a pitch acceptable or not as football behavior? That's my question.
I mean, honestly, if like the biasness and the call was so ridiculous, right, that it warranted this, right?
Yep.
Then sure, like I can understand why they did it, and then maybe it gives the officials a moment of time to go and reflect, like, okay, maybe they got the call wrong. But as a spectator wise, as organizers, as sponsors, and like events host, right? It's not a nice sight to see, lah. You get what I mean? It's like
Correct.
basically this team is trying to boycott the game because of the referee score.
Yep.
Yeah, but thankfully, they decided to come back out and play the game.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, like we have seen like walk off due to like racism from the fans or this, which is warranted, like I feel is and totally understandable. If they were to do that, I will have my full support. But in terms of referee, you don't really see this that much often. Like not in the EPL, not in any of the top leagues, not even in the World Cup actually.
I've seen it once before where it was, I think it's Singapore versus Thailand or something like that.
Yeah, it's more of the you're closer to home kind of thing.
Correct.
You know? But in the top leagues, like I said, like in the Euro Championships, in the World Cup, in the Champions League, even in the EPL and all this, they rarely see it. Like, you know, it happens from time to time, but it's quite rare.
No, because I think like for me, I personally think that it's a blemish. I always feel that like, yes, there's a certain, there's a certain form of behavioral standard that comes with football.
Yep.
Especially
it's professionalism, bro. Yeah.
It's professionalism, right? But especially in an international tournament. So the thing is that like in long term already, AFCON has already been known to be a controversial tournament naturally. Yeah. In comparison to like the Euros or Copa Libertadores or Copa America.
or World Cup,
or the World Cup, right? But generally AFCON just seems to have this type of like stereotype or stigma that basically all the drama will happen in AFCON.
Yeah.
So yeah, AFCON will have some form of controversy. So I don't know whether is this a good thing because yes, even though an underdog won, the behavior of the underdog wasn't really also predominantly in what I see in a football context acceptable.
Yeah, from like because I didn't watch the game for sure. You know, it's like I woke up there, it's like the first thing I saw was like, oh, Senegal won. It's like such a good surprise, you know, like good excitement thing that the underdog won.
Correct.
But then actually when you go and see the highlights, you go and read the news, then it's like it takes away a bit of the victory, you get what I mean?
It's like basically in essence, right? It marred their win. Like had they won amidst the controversy and persisted, right? I think that probably it would have been a far greater victory than the way that they won it because they walked off, right? And to me, I also feel that like it took Sadio Mane and not the manager to tell you to come back on it.
Yeah, your captain is let's play like men, right?
Yeah, and basically your captain is telling the players how to behave, right? When your manager is the one telling you to walk off. Like to me, I find that like it's very it's poor leadership.
It's very childlike and immature,
yes,
right?
Correct.
I think the only saving grace is that they didn't win the goal. The goal did not come from a controversy. You get what I mean? Yeah, they won the game fully on merit. It's just that the events, in a way, it's like unnecessary attention. Right?
Yes.
Like you're getting the limelight, but for the wrong reason. It should be a very joyous and momentous thing. And to beat like the favourite, you should have done it like, you know, in, like, the best way you can.
Correct. Even if the call was bad, like honestly, that call was it was
horrendous.
It was horrendous. So
I honestly understand, but then yeah, it is what it is. You know, football it's all about controversy and drama, and sometimes, you know, we get it at the wrong time.
Yeah, I agree. But I think, right, like as much as like before we move on to the next thing, right, I will just say this, right, like this people will forever remember this final for the walkout, not for the fact that Senegal won. It could have gone. You imagine that if Diaz got the penalty, right, bro, the headline for this Senegal team,
it will be the controversial, bro.
It will be the most controversial headline. Like,
honestly, if Morocco win, right, I think it would have been a bigger controversy. Then Senegal's walked off, right, would be warranted.
Yep, agreed.
You get what I mean, right? It's like I don't want to play this game, and then you're forcing me to come back to play. And then when I come back, they win the game because of this. You know, that kind of thing. It'll be like 10 times worse, I feel.
Yeah, agreed. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You still walked off the field. I think
the only saving grace is that they won, lah.
That's the only saving grace that they won, right? And they won it like fairly.
Yep.
But it's just that you still have to remember that you are the team that walked out of an AFCON final. Yeah, so
I mean, you were willing to risk it by saying I'm out. Right,
yeah, you were willing to forfeit a final just to prove a point. Yeah, which is a very extreme way of doing it, right? But the thing is, like I said, your captain was the one that rallied you back, but your coach was the one that told you to come off. I don't think it's right, lah.
Yeah,
if anything, I think the coach will get fired.
Because as the coach, you should be the most professional one. You know.
Correct. Correct.
You're above your players rather than, I get what you mean.
Correct. Which is basically what happened at Real Madrid. Yep. Kylian Mbappe and Xabi Alonso. Moving on to the main portion of this show, let's begin with Manchester United and the Manchester Derby. Manchester United beat Man City 2-0 in very, 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 very dominating fashion. Honestly, I'm sad to say, like, Man City fans, Haaland got pocketed lah.
Oh wow, bro. Yeah.
Haaland really got pocketed, bro. Like, Haaland got pocketed, Chucky didn't do anything. Dogu didn't do anything, right? But there's a chance that Dalot could have gotten sent off, and also Luke Shaw could have gotten sent off. Aside from these two things, Man United had 3 goals disallowed, a ball that hit the crossbar, and 2 goals scored. It could have been 6-0.
But the other way, in our way.
In our favor. But bro, like, side note, let's talk about Man City's performance first. I don't want to talk about it. We'll talk about Man United, right? But let's talk about City's performance first, right? This was a chance for you to end your 3-game draw streak and close the gap to the league leaders. Instead, you put up a performance that is so bad, Man United looked like they were trolling you.
Yep.
So, thoughts on the performance?
From Man City?
From Man City. The United one we'll talk about it later, bro.
It was bad. Like, Rodri looked like a shadow of his old self, you know.
Yep.
And then Haaland was like nowhere to be seen. Okay, apart from that one moment, he had a right foot shot.
Yep.
But I think it was saved by Lamens, And then, other than that, it was so... I can't believe I'm saying this. It was so easy for Man U to counter-attack them.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's like, of all teams that you don't want to play counter-attack. To be honest, right, United's only way to score is counter-attack.
Yes.
Like, in recent years, as bad as we have to say it. So for you to go and like give them... You have 67% possession, if I'm not wrong, or 61, I can't remember. And then for you to go and still give United so much chance like that. And then out of 5, okay, they scored 2 because 3 was disallowed. Which I can argue maybe the third one was not supposed to be disallowed
It wasn't
Yeah, it wasn't. Right, and then other than that, you don't even look like you're creating any chance. Foden is nowhere to be seen.
Yep.
So Semenyo, okay, still can argue that he's still trying to gel in the team.
Yep.
But other than that, no, bro.
The only reason why it was 2-0, right, was literally because
2 offside goals. Yeah.
2 offside goals. Maguire hit the crossbar. Donnarumma saved two amazing shots.
Casemiro, what was that? I also don't even know. Yeah.
I don't know, bro. Cause missed 2 amazing. Yeah. He should have just smashed the ball, right? Missed 2 amazing shots, right? So it literally could have been 6 or 7-0.
Yeah. Could
and
easily.
They didn't even have a single shot on target. Not one.
Man City, no shot on target. Crazy, man.
Man City, no shot on target against a Man United team, right, that is reeling from the fact that they haven't been performing well and their manager just got sacked. And the best part is Sesko didn't start also.
And then everyone was peeping Haaland would destroy Martinez, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
But in the end, Maguire and Martinez pocket him. They were sluggish and slow to almost every single ball. Who was the one that started? Was it Aleni?
Yeah, correct.
He was horrible, bro.
It was horrible, bro.
Wow, he was so bad.
It didn't help. They didn't have like Ruben Dias and the rest, right?
Yeah.
Javadio, yeah.
He was bad. Rico Lewis come on, right? Rico Lewis also was equally as bad.
Yeah, he's equally as bad. Yeah. Then he slept for the second goal, right?
Yeah.
He was like sleeping at the back post. Yeah.
Imagine this, United substituted on Mount, Cunha, Aguate, and Heaven, right? They had Tijani Reinders, Ryan Chucky, Ait Nori, Nico O'Reilly, and Mukasa, right? Coming onto that field, and they still couldn't get a single shot on goal. I'll be fair. If this was a match that City deserved to lose, right, it was this one.
Yeah.
And
to lose in such a manner against your arguably the most inconsistent Man United team, right? Yeah.
Correct. And it's like you consider us a joke. You should be embarrassed, Not saying that we as Man United fans we were so good. No, it's the fact that we are so bad that you all look worse than us.
Yeah. If you're a joke, then you're the jokers, right?
Yeah, correct.
It's true, It's really very true. And then, deep down also, I felt like, okay, maybe this was, like you said, City's best chance to go and close in on Arsenal, and then at least build some momentum after your 3-game draw.
Correct.
But he just took like 2 steps back.
Wow, bro. This one is like absolute reverse, This is really just bad,
Yeah.
Like, Like, okay, let's talk about Man United, right? Like, if you had shown this match to anybody who had never watched football before, you would probably think that Man United was better than Man City.
Yeah.
Even though in theory and the story of everybody all knows that United is a lot worse than Man City in the recent years. But right, welcome to the new manager spring step in a big game.
The game one of a new manager of the interim manager, right? Yeah.
Game one of an interim manager in a big game. This is what
actually you can put it down as like the game one as interim manager, right? Man, you will never lose this game one.
Yep.
I think Michael Carrick's first interim game draw also, right?
Correct.
Or did he lose?
I can't remember. No, draw.
Yeah.
I think it was Chelsea.
Yeah. Then the Venezuela also, right?
Venezuela, they won Leicester.
Social also beat Leicester.
Also beat Leicester. Yeah. The only one that didn't win was Dan Fletcher.
The Brighton game, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but okay, yeah. So United fans shouldn't get. I think as history has written it by itself. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. I think if they can do this, like I've been saying for 10 years, if they can do this on a consistent basis, then sure. But I touch my heart. It's not gonna happen, bro. For sure. Yeah.
Like I will say this, if they do this
against Arsenal, bro.
Yeah, no, they do it against Arsenal is one thing, but if they do this after the Arsenal match and they do it for the next 10 games, okay.
Yeah, we always say that they need a 10 game like sample, right, to go and see, to go and judge, like fairly whether it's really this team has it remained stagnant or what, you know?
Yep. Yeah. So to me is give it 10 games. Maybe you're looking at maybe March. If they are still sprightly consistent in March, then maybe I can give it to them. But I want to see this for a prolonged period of time. So I will reserve my judgments on this team, right, until the end of the season for the next 6 months.
Yep.
Because if they can do it consistent, the main thing for me, right, is if they keep this intensity for the next 6 months, every single match, right, okay, I give it to them. But we know, we've seen it many times, is intensity for 2 games, then you play a lower club, then it's gone.
Yep. Like you suddenly draw with a Burnley or Brentford again, that kind of.
Yep. So
at home, some more at home, that kind.
Yep. And I'm not, which is why I'm not overly, I'm not overly excited about this. Because I've seen this.
Okay. I think the only good thing is that we beat City. That's fun. That's a bit fun to say.
Correct. But even though we beat City, yes, right, and we played good football, yes. But City looked horrible. Like really horrible. Like so bad. It was, oh my gosh, it was so bad.
It's terrible, man.
Yeah. So we'll talk about Man United a bit later, right? But I think at the end of the day, this is what I want to see. But let's see whether the consistency keeps up over the next few periods of time. Because I know that for a fact, probably Michael Carrick is not going to be a manager after 6 months. So let's just see where this goes for the next 6 months. Champions League is the target, but I don't know. Let's figure out and let's see where it goes. So with that, let's move on to Arsenal and Aston Villa, the two A's, who both failed to capitalize on the fact that Manchester City lost a game. Bro,
drew 0-0 with Nottingham and then lost
1-0. Both of them didn't score.
I think it was more on Villa than Arsenal, you know.
Yeah.
But okay, if Arsenal had won, right, bro, it would be such a big gap already.
It would have
been like 9 points.
9 points, Now it's 7.
Yeah, 7, 7 is okay lah. Maybe two games and 1 draw, 2 wins and 1 draw still. Yeah, City only have themselves to blame lah.
Yep.
Actually, if Villa had won, they would go second, right?
Yes, Villa had won, they would have gone second and then they would have closed that gap to 5. But they didn't. Because they also lost. So essentially, right, why is it that every single time there's a chance to close the gap at the top, nobody takes advantage?
Nobody wants to win the league, bro.
Like, nobody wants to win the league. Arsenal is like, oh, don't worry, I got this grace, I got this thing, I can put my phone together, bro. Like, it happened last week. It happened 2 weeks ago also. Like,
crazy.
Like, y'all don't want to do anything to try and gain ground on Arsenal, man. I don't get it. Like, what? So, y'all reflect one another so well to a point where it's like, okay, let's maintain this gap for the rest of the season and then let Arsenal win the league by 7 points.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know, man. Like, what do you think?
Nothing much to say, bro. Yeah, I think it's a game of wasted opportunities again. Both games.
I'm like, there's nothing much to say because what can you say about both teams that didn't score? Like, legit.
Okay, lah. Yeah, just one of those days. One of those days,
Bro, nothing, no goals here. No goals. Never mind. Next up. But yeah, so we can't recap much, right? Because essentially, right, it was no goal. Other than the fact that we can just simply say that they wasted their chances and they wasted opportunities. But moving on, let's talk about the match of the week. Arsenal versus Manchester United at Emirates. Is Arsenal going to extend their lead? Or is Arsenal's lead going to get shortened?
No, okay. It only affects you, City, if depending on City whether they lose or draw, right?
Yep.
So even if you take it as Arsenal win, it's still dependent on whether City lose or maintain the gap. Worst case for Arsenal will be United win, then City win. Then the gap will go back down to 5.
4. It will go back down to 4.
But if Arsenal win and City win, then it's just like status quo for now.
Yep. No difference. And plus, City should win this game. City's playing Wolves.
Yeah. Shoot. The keyword is shoot.
The keyword is shoot. The keyword is shoot.
Then hopefully United shows up like how they showed up against City. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get my hopes up.
Recent years, maybe like playing Arsenal at Emirates has been a bit of a taboo thing for us. They always seem to like get the better of us some way or somehow.
Yeah, but I mean, it depends. Like we did win once in the FA Cup, but I'm not gonna say
penalty shootout, right?
Yeah, the penalty shootout. I'm not gonna say much, right? Because I'm just gonna keep it very simple, right? I'm not gonna jinx anything. I don't know what's gonna happen.
No, you should say Arsenal win. They will jinx it.
I know, bro. I think Arsenal's gonna win.
Oh yeah, facts. Yeah, facts.
Like even whether or not we always get our predictions wrong, I always do feel that at a simple fact, right, that if you were to put the team side by side, right, Arsenal should win.
Yep. And Arsenal seems to have a tighter grip on the league than City does. And I think the 3 year of chasing the title will haunt them, if they were to slip up against like a team like Man United.
Bro, I said it many times. If they don't win this year, they're never gonna win. No, bro, you can't slip up like they say.
Like now,
You will never ever recover psychologically if you bottle it this year.
Yep, I agree.
Like
by right they should win this game.
Correct. They should.
Just that United got a little bit of form, that kind of thing.
But I will say
this. You should be winning this game now.
If United lose, right, say hi to 10th. Because our gap to 10th place is only 3 points.
Oh shit, I thought you say hi to 10 like Marcus Rashford 10.
No, 10th. Marcus Rashford going to Barcelona. Barcelona want to buy him.
But what if they don't? You say, okay, I'm going to come back to Man United. Someone now, Amorim not there,
I don't know, bro. Like, waste lah. The team is so much better without him.
Yeah, but apparently I heard like the board is going to talk to Carrick to see what they plan to do in something in January, which I think is just they're just waffling to the media,
Yeah, they're waffling to the media
to make it show that we are trying something.
6 months, right? There's not much you can do unless you get a lone player for 6 months. That's it.
No, they're just gonna show. They're just showing like the fans that yes, this is happening. We are in talks with him, but we all know deep down nothing's gonna happen.
It's standard United procedure.
The PR, right?
Yeah, instead of SOP, it's SUP, standard United procedure. Because it's every single time we're gonna do this. So, bro, prediction?
Arsenal win. For sure, I think.
Do we have the same scoreline? Is it 3-0?
No, I always feel that we play better against City than we play against Arsenal. Which is true. But Arsenal is our taboo team among the big. See, we beat. Okay, I don't want to jinx it, but if we beat Arsenal, we beat Arsenal, City, and Liverpool in the same season.
Yep.
Which is something to be proud of, but back in Fergie's time, it's like we do this, no problem.
Honestly, right, like we just draw too many games. That's all I'm saying. Because we lost the same amount of games as Aston Villa and Man City. We'll just call it side. But side note, I don't know, man.
Yeah, nothing else to say for me.
Nothing else to say. I'm just gonna call it 3-0 Arsenal.
Okay.
You?
Like 2-0.
2-0. Okay, so both of us are under agreement, right? But Arsenal should win. So, bro, before you go anything else to add?
No, sir. I'm good.
Okay. So that is it for this week's episode of the Football Kaki. Alright, so that is it for this week's episode of Football Kaki, brought to you by the Chit Podcast Network. Now, for those of you who are tuning in, we just want to say thank you and we hope that you continue to watch our other shows, which are the Copy Bros every Monday, where we have some fun interviews lined up for you. And if you do like the news in a different light, we do have the Loud Gels podcast every Friday, where we come together and talk about interesting and fun news like the bento sets that are currently just going around, and it is worse than Cohouse food.
That's crazy. Yeah.
So yes, with that, bro, you got anything else to add before we go off?
I think just enjoy. I think Ferrari's livery is coming out soon, right?
Ferrari livery coming out soon. The
This
engine's
week,
already been pushed out. Yeah. No, next week, 26.
Wow.
Okay. So with that, have a great weekend. See you soon. Bye bye.